What's going on? Lost my phone stand. Hold on. I am pretty sure my earphones are on. I don't know. I thought I'd hang out and talk about some printing, obviously. And I would talk about some of the printers. And just a follow-up and a recap. And I seem to have lost my phone stand that I just found. So thanks for tuning in. I'm just printing shirts, and I was printing off the 2 DTF printers and just kind of thinking about how everything's going. And to a lot of people, you will understand this. As of right now, I'm the fastest printer in America. As of right now. As of tomorrow, the fucking humidity could blow in here and all kinds of shit could change, and I could be knocked offline for days. That just happened to me. And it sucks because it's a variable that it would cost thousands of dollars to change it. And, I had friends like Eddie Nails and others tell me, oh, Ernest, dude, you're going to clog the fuck up. And, yeah, pretty much. But I've survived. As of now, I can walk over to a printer, and I'm trying so many different things without having to spend, thousands that I certainly don't have. From small air conditioner units to just try to get me down out of 87. And I was even at 94 degrees a few days ago. And the printers got moved over here to the shop because of the power, right? And the sun is cranking down through the skies. And it's just baking the ink, sitting there for 8 hours baking the ink, and at the same time my ink is being affected under the head, and it's like, oh my god, bye. So anyways, I'm like, it's also a problem of having fucking employees, I'm gonna rant about something that as a business owner, people don't fucking care about it, As a business owner, I set up printer number 1, and I now put staff on it. I'm like, hey, look, I'm gonna move to printer number 2 since it has 4 heads, and kind of build a system around it. And when shit hits the fan, it hits the fan, right? Check this out. I don't fuck with this printer. This isn't my printer to mess with anymore, right? You fucking notice anything? That's the fucking problem with having employees, right? But you go to the one that I work on all the time, and I go through the, hey Ernest, you don't teach me this, hey Ernest, you don't teach me that. And then when I teach them this and I put them on that excuse, or put them on that plan, you look at mine stay filled. As a business owner, you trust your stuff more than anybody else. And I mean, dude, I'm so real. I'm showing you the pain and the heartache of printing. I want to fucking flip out right now. How somebody could be so fucking careless. What are you gonna do? Unfucking believable, dude. I don't even come over to this unit anymore. So I never let it, get. If probably another cleaning would be done, it would be over. Air would be pushed into the lines, Thank God I just walked by and walked. I don't know who to thank. Thank you, viewers, right? Because I saw it while I was looking through the camera, and I was like, oh my God. Nobody cares more than an owner himself. I really tried, man. I hope John sees that I put somebody else on a unit. These things have papa grippers on them or something, Dude, it won't fucking turn, man. Holy smoke. Have you guys ever had bottles that do that? There's some ancient Chinese secret that's used to pop them off. Golly. Hold on a second. This is insane. Hey, bye. Crack that bottle open. I knew it wasn't me. I'm like, I can't crack it open.
Yo, man.
I was like, holy. Only in my life does that happen. So if I'd have been here alone, there's no way in hell I could have broken the seal on a Uninet bottle. What are you going to do? I can't believe this.
It's understood the latest proposals include a 60-day ceasefire, Eureka, during which around 10 living hostages would be released in exchange for Palestinian prisoners.
Things that we as owners pay attention to, What in the flying hell? Let's see if the second one is that tough. This one just came right open. Wow. and to think that there's more coming. And even if, here's more truth, even if I want to get upset, I can't, because no matter who you are, no matter what printer you are, unless you have cartridges, even cartridges you don't check, you'll be like, oh fuck, I forgot to fill one up. We've all done it. That's why I can't get too upset. For instance, this is a very, I don't know if you shops go through with this, but do you release, I don't, release the software to make the PRT or PRN files on the floor where there's employees working. I believe that there's always one command center that's ripping the files to multiple printers, and that there shouldn't be software on each printer other than HosonSoft, because then an employee will change the settings, prints won't look right. Special fun to Stan Banks, who came out here and, hung out for a day or two. We both fell asleep at the shop. And that's kind of what I dreamed, is that if people were interested in picking up one of these big units from a 4-head, 2-head, UV backlit, they would just come here and hang out at the shop and print and get to know their unit, which he was doing, It's like we pay people a lot of money per hour to take care of our printers, and they kind of don't. I can't blame them. People are here for just an hour's pay times multiple hours. And that's how I got into the story about the ink. So the sun was beaming down, and the air conditioner broke in here, and so it got to like 96 degrees. It's kind of funny because my wife she came in here and she's like, I don't know about you guys, but I am sweating a swamp down there. And of course, we were just pouring down sweat for 2 days. That clogged up the heads. Lost, game over right there. So I spent the next day or two unclogging the units. But as I unclogged the units, I fell behind. And that happens. So you have to be like, hey man, I can't print and I don't know when I'll be back up. So that's brutal, and that's the thing about DTF. If you're printing in an area that is not climate control. You're not able to, you're fighting forces against you. I'm like, don't move those printers over there in the sun. That's stupid. And what happens? Printers get moved into the sun. It bakes the ink. Yeah, so it does really sucks. I can't believe I'm doing this. I make too much to be doing this part of it, but I'm just gonna smoke a joint here and swallow my pride and be, amazed. So I will tell you the difference between 2 heads and 4 heads is night and day, as many of you have seen. Would I ever go back to 2 heads? No. Would I ever go back to an Epson 7890? I just fucking used one today. As in today, I used my Epson 7890. That's just so I wouldn't go back to a 2-head, right? But I'd keep my 4-head printer and an Epson 7890, and I'm like, damn, dude, I got a base. I got pretty much my bases uncovered or covered. So, yeah, I'll show you what I printed on the 7890. Believe it or not, I have my own profile for this. Uninet is only going to sell you maybe Flexi or something. I have a completely different RIP and a different profile that I use. And with the current profile that I had through the Uninet doing Flexi, I couldn't match the color. So I show you, okay? Now, I want to show you the difference, okay? Which one do you think was the Epson 7890? This over here was printed at 720 by 1440 on the same instant peel paper. This was printed on the 4-head unit right there, but not using the Hosensoft profile for the printer, or what we might consider a Uninet or whoever's selling these, okay? There you go. So, Epson 7890, okay? Over here is the profile that I was given to me from Uninet. And then over here is the profiled one that I made through X-Rite Studio. So this matches more to that, in my opinion. It's too much of a contrast between the Hosensoft driver for that printer. I go with this one every day. So I know if I were to print that on my 4-head right now, it would reproduce. So I have not printed on the 2-head. I mean, in days. I don't think I'll go back. But again, I can go to the Epson 7890 and kind of build all my profiles on it. That's what I do, right? So over here, I got you right here. I don't have another stand that I can put you on to help you see what I'm doing, but it is enjoyable. Maybe I can just kind of put you right there. Oh wow, dude, it fits in there. That's kind of cool. And then once it gets in there, I can just hold you up. Wow, I just invented a new stand. That's incredible. Never thought of that. Oh, I know, because I use so much of the tape on the dryers. This guy's so particular about his stuff. And I kind of heated that thing up and it started moving on me. And I always do one last check. To go to 2.5. That's great. All that just to put, I guess I can press it right now. I wonder how I can spin it all around. I don't even think I have to worry about it anymore. Oh, that's epic. I don't know why I didn't think about that all the times in the past. Can even flip the camera. Watch, totally digging it. If you've only been in the shop that long, you know. Serious, you know, the frustrations of running a shop. It's real. Even the guys like me who take the time to press our friends' shirts. What's up out there? Who's all on? Tell me where you're from, who you are. Let me know. I see no comments or nothing, but I love you all. We could burn one, print some shirts. I could just keep moving my stand around, dude. I'm totally loving it. Right there, you see it's all worth it. Left side flag, right side. Is that how he wanted them? left side flag, right side. Well, you know, technically it doesn't matter what side the flag is on, other than the way that the ribbon or the stars are seen should always be on your left. It would just kind of look weird if they were backwards like that. Got a little blue residue going on. Have to figure out where to burn it off as well. I mean, it'll wash out. Yeah, boy, we got a lot to print this coming week. I lost a lot of money over some issues like that you know, are kind of a little frustrating, but it was definitely nothing in my control. Humidity knocked the area out. And a lot of times we may see, oh, Ernest, I got a 70% humidity right now. What these printers don't like is the shifting of the variables of the temperature and the climate. They want one temperature, one humidity rate all the time. And that's how you know you can walk in at any given time and it's perfect. You know, just like it is now. And I always do one more check, you know, just to make sure it looks right. It kind of looks a little crooked on it. And measure it. I have no idea what, oh, there's my tape, it's on my neck. You guys ever do that? I mean, you know, to me it measures just right, but it just doesn't look right. It's a visual optical illusion that is driving me crazy. Those are the measurements, you know, they don't lie. If it were my logo, I would totally do a bunch of different things to it. I wouldn't, I would want it to be white around the borders.
See you tomorrow. Mount Hurricane again tomorrow.
Why is that?
I was here like 10 o'clock.
You want to nozzle check your number one and then
What?
nozzle check your number one. Truthfully, it'd be really nice if these guys said, yeah, I'll clean it. It is what it is, right? I forget whether this stuff is, huh? What'd you say? Yeah, I don't recall if this is hot peel. Oh, it is. Yeah, it's instant peel. I can just go ahead and rip it off. I forgot. Now, I used this incredible sheet. It's somewhere. Yeah, that's what, so I got this sheet. This is a pretty incredible sheet. It was given by Jiffy to print transfers. And it's a seal. After you DTF something, you see it has a shine on it. And then you press it and watch what it does. It's pretty amazing. It really embeds the print deep into the fabric. It's kind of like what the T-Seal used to do to white toner, but this is more lasting, obviously. Let's take a look at it. I mean, it just drives it into the fabric. Let's flip the camera. You can kind of see the fabric beneath the transfer. So now your DTF won't have that crispy feel to it. And it will embed into the shirts, and your customer will love it. I mean, now I get why they use it. I kind of can't wear a shirt now that it's DTF and not have this, because it'll make a big shirt like mine feel soft. Take it easy. What time is it? It really does an amazing job on the product. So that is going to match kind of the glossiness here, and then we'll put the Puma on. Wonder if we can flip you guys around like this. That'd be pretty cool, right? Maybe I can at this point. Oh, the whole thing turns in there. That's pretty cool. Good little stand I found. Wasn't even a real stand. It was just in my car. So, in case you're asking what I charge for shirts like this that a customer will send me, and they're like, "Hey, Ernest, I'd like you to put this on." I'm like, very simple, it's $5 a press. And he's a good friend of mine, so I'm like, that's a deal. If it was anybody else, I might be a lot more. And it's like I tell everybody, trust me, you know, if I have the time to do it, I'll do it. And so a lot of people will wait, or they'll, you know, reserve a time that. It's pretty cool, huh? Give you guys that aerial view of what I'm doing. As long as I don't keep losing my texture. See, if you notice all of the kind of glossiness on it, and there's even spots. Especially I can see them right back here. See all those humidity spots? You know what that tells you? My humidity's out of control in here. It's variable humidity. And so it's even amazing that I can print the right colors. And people are like, oh, if you just take that out, you know, Ernest, you do a second press. No, the truth is that in a DTF shop, you shouldn't have this problem. But we all do. You know, you can't have a perfect environment. And every one of these environments is a true learning environment. You have to figure out what is going to make your printer print. Is there air in the line? Sometimes you just don't know. With the right tool, though, check this out. It's gone. I mean, I at least thought they were crazy. I'm like, oh man, that's nothing more than the white toner T-seal. And they're like, no, Ernest, it's completely different. It's for DTF. And it works better than any of these, what do you call it? Any of these sealers. This is the best one that I've ever used. And they're hella expensive. I gotta go get something to drink. I gotta go all the way to the front of the office. I don't think, oh, I have a cup right here. Yeah, so climate, it really kicked my ass. This past whole week, it was brutal. And, you know, even today I've had all 4 of my colors just disappear, in a nozzle check. And we're having to constantly clean our wipers. I forgot to take my meds. I hear them. You know, it's the humidity fight is real. Even though one section will say, oh, it's 70% relative humidity, you've got other variables that knock DTF offline. Temperature swings, heat swings, cold swings. If you go into our indigo room, right, it is just perfect. It's that wet, moist environment that, and cold and cool, that, you know, keep the printers working well. So today, I'm one of the fastest printers in America. Tomorrow could come and I could be the slowest. It is a motherfucking truth that is not fair. Just not fair. You know, if somebody called me and said, Ernest, I need 1,000 shirts right now, I'd have them done. You know, 150 to 200 per hour. Have them done in what, 4 hours? And then this is kind of beautiful, but I love this. Kind of can't see, but the moon's right outside. It'll just circle our windows, you know, just like so, all night long. Yeah, you know, I just had I knew that was coming. DTF is unlike UV DTF. UV DTF you can leave off. You can just walk by and clean it every week. You cannot use it. But the moment that you treat a DTF printer that way, boom, it's checked offline. You know, and even if I'm not using my units, right? I walk up to them and I want to be able to see my nozzle check. do I have good yellows, or is there solution or something mixed in my yellows? Notice the yellows are a little black. That means the wiper that's what happens is your wiper starts to pick up debris, and you can just clean it off. It's a lot of debris on there. That's kind of your wake-up call. I've got some rags back here that I use. These are the best cloths for DTF. With these cloths, they're like a microfiber or something. They're super soft. You can get them wet with cleaning solution, and you can actually put them on your fingers and clean around your print head. And it's really something else. People are like, oh, you're crazy, Ernest. You don't know until you've tried these. They're very soft. Well, I've got a phone stand, I forgot. Some fun things I printed today that are going out. Thundercats, family fun. We'll roll that stuff up and get it out on a tomorrow or Monday. Bunch of shirts. I have now something called $10 tees. Doesn't matter. $10 shirts. Gildan's, Hanes. Long as the shirt is under $3, I have $10 shirts. You know, and for my viewers and friends, right? I have the best of the world. $2 a square foot. That means $4 for a 22 by 12 inch transfer. $4. Where do you beat that at? That's $2 a square foot. I don't make any money on my fringe. Maybe, I mean, out of that $2 a square foot, 144, so a penny a square inch. You know, I might make like on the whole thing on that 75 cents a foot. It's not a lot, but it's a lot less than owning a printer and having to go through this and then tell somebody, gee, I can't print for you today because my humidity's offline. So in my thinking, I'm like, okay, I'll never have that happen again. I'll just get 2 more printers. I can't knock them all offline at the same time. You know, the forces that be, I got, you know, I got real problems, right? I got electrical cords that if I turn on, hold on, if I turn on my second power dryer, it completely turns off. If I hook that cord right here to this machine right here, bam, it just cuts off. But if I hook this cord and create a trip hazard, right, because that's my life, if I take this cord right here, go down all the way through, create a trip hazard, and run that, right, it may work. No. And I just scratch my head and I'm like, oh my God. I have a, 13-inch roll-to-roll dryer. I have 3 dryers, and 2 of them have electrical issues. Doesn't mean right now I'm not the fastest printer in America. Try me out, right? 120-inch roll, I'll smoke you, because I'm here. Now, maybe somebody local, if there's one, that has a 5-head printer that could beat me. I don't know. And I'll talk to you about something. I am so glad you joined this call because I'm going to go through 3 different RIP software for these printers and tell you which one I think is the best. And believe you me, it is not the common rip that everybody is selling. Um, it is a very, very unique and older rip that is a monthly subscription base that has a better performance on colors. And in my opinion, a wider gamut of printing. Man, that was bothering me. So between what we call Flexi, let me see, buy watches the news. I don't, okay, here's the controller. Okay. In my opinion, the best rip to use, don't get mad at me now, all right? All of you haters out there, stop hating. The best rip is to use is all of them, because there's been times I couldn't reach a color on one project, and yet I could reach a color on another project. Believe it or not, this I kept saying to myself, you know, it's weird. This green and red kicked my ass using the Hosensoft Uninet driver. I couldn't reach it because the magenta was not really printing the shade of red that the customer wanted. So I sent it off to the customer and they're like, that's the wrong red. And I'm like, wow, well, you know, I'll show you. So this is with the Hosensoft Uninet driver, okay? But it needs to be exactly this shade. She's the same customer, and I have my NIC sensor tool that'll tell me. Well, I couldn't hit it. I couldn't hit that color on Flexi. I couldn't hit it on CAD-Link, and I said to myself, damn, dude, this is so simple. I couldn't reach it. And I was able to reach it through Wasatch and using my X-Rite to make a profile. But at the same time, I'm sure there's colors that Wasatch can't match in their profile. So truly, the answer is what's the best rip? All of them. Now you know, that's the truth. Nobody's going to care for your printers like you. Nobody's going to do the job like you do. And if they do, they're a very weird breed. You know, and in my case, I'm just, man, I'm happy to print the little amount that I do and the a lot of amount that I do. I thought that I made myself my water. The interesting thing is that Flexi lost the 720 by 1800 profile. Yeah, they did. And so now they tell us that the new profile is 360 by 3600. And you're like, God, dude, why'd they go so low on color? I like the 720 by 1800. I am tie red, but I mean, all is in all, I have so much to print. I've learned so fucking much. Today, I just downloaded my own Hosensoft, installed all my drivers for it, and I'm like, damn, dude, I've literally started from scratch. And yes, I've had some help and training, but nothing more than anybody else. The difference is that there have been times that I've printed for 120 hours straight, 4 days straight, man, just balls to the walls printing, understanding this. And like I said, right now, I can go back up, and I do this so much. Let's NOS it. We want to get all the black out of there. And when I first discovered, oh yeah, there's black in there, you know, we had to locate where it came from and how we were getting it. Watch, and one more cleaning, maybe two more, that yellow will become vibrant. And it picks up the color off the wiper blade. And so you have to constantly clean the print head and the wiper blade. And it's because everything's moving so fast under it. It's spraying out a bunch of ink. I tell you, I will never go back to 2 heads again if I can afford it. And if I had the right environment, 4 heads in this printer should last you a year to a year and a half in the right environment. But if you're baking your print heads as the sun's coming through, you're creating a heat wave right on your printer. Game over. Look at this. Trying to figure out how you turn your flash on. %. I got to get you guys over to a charger within 3%. You have to clean all of that off. Not so much with the white, you know, because the white is spraying white. So really quick, let me come over here and get you guys plugged in so we don't lose each other. Okay, we're safe for the moment. Let me just check this. We're at 2%. Do I have a plug over there? I do. So I can walk you guys over here. Plug in. By 2%. Do I have a plug down here? Oh dear God, I don't have a plug. Where the hell is it? Okay, so I'm not running this right now. Hold on. All right, we should be safe. We're probably at 1%, but now I got to sneak through here. Oh, I got to go under this thing. We're trapped by cords. It's a maze everywhere. Okay, hold on, everyone. Let's get myself plugged in so the battery doesn't die. Good. come right up under here. Let's take a look under the heads. I mean, I keep my babies clean, and we'll just get that white taken care of. So we have a nice, good, what do you call it? A nice, good nozzle check. All right, let me show you these cloths are amazing. You have your cleaning foam tips, which I use as well, and these cloths, because they will, my camera's move forward. There we go. These cloths will allow you to really get under that metal and clean the rail here and the protection cap, you know. Make sure that if you use these, you don't use the white on the white or white on the color, but use what you're cleaning the color side with on the color. And I'll move this over just a bit more. And that's what you have to do in between all of your prints. Is a lot of, I'm going to have to restart the printer. It went too far to the left. It'll sit there and scream at me. I don't like where I am. That's the white side right there. I'm just going to clean that off. You can lightly go around the sides of the head. And if you've got a good clog, you can just very lightly brush this. And you can just see the ink. It's kind of already dried. There's flakes coming off after a lot of use. Flip to my color side. And I'm not using any pressure whatsoever. It's very soft. I highly recommend these cloths. In my opinion, they're a lot safer than swabs because we tend to reuse our swabs sometimes, and that can be potentially dangerous because the swab can poke through, or the stick can poke through the swab. All right, so that's kind of some of the things you have to do multiple times in the day. And then at the same time, we want to worry about cleaning our caps. I have a different towel for my caps because, let's be truthful, these swabs, they cost a lot. They just start adding up. I just find my finger where I'm at. What is blocking my view here? I guess nothing. And I will do the color side on one side of this. And again, this is also a very soft material. I just want to try to get all that off. And as you can see, it's built up in the capping station. You see that? So we'll clean that out with a little solution. That's multiple times through the day. Obviously, this is all very basic, but you know, you guys have seen me convert this to a forehead. And the simplicity of it, to printing with it, to struggling over colors. To figuring out my colors and all that just a little too late. But still, you know, enough to get the pleasure of the flowers. Let me get that out of here. See that buildup? So what happens is, as this sits on, or the print head rests on the capping station, a lot of that buildup gets on the print head. And so then the print head can't make correct colors. And thus your yellow becomes dark. Now we're just going to clean off the white. And you have to do this multiple times throughout the day if you print a lot. If you don't, you'll start to notice banding, clogging. You're having to clean more to print more. And it's a never-end life of chasing nozzle checks. But in the right environment, you're able to just print non-stop. Right now, I could print non-stop. Right now, I'm faster shipping, faster printing, and color matching. Again, tomorrow I may not be. It sucks. It sucks so many variables, you know, that are involved in this. Now, a little point about wet capping your printer that nobody ever really tells you, nobody told me, is that when you wet cap your printer at night or whenever you're done for printing, right, and this is because I'm trying to get all of these little tiny flakes out of there. You want to clean that out really good. All right, let's bring her back home. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. That thing is filthy. We want that clean everywhere. I have multiple blades as well. And now we can bring her home, if it'll go home. Sometimes from this position, when it's that far over, it won't come back. And quite honestly, I don't like having the rail on. So I'm going to solve that problem right now. But I do like having the rail on. because my logo's there. I hate having to take this thing off just to get to the print head for something, or a cable, or to be able to look at the colors. By the way, this is equipped with the UV light, or can be added for UV backlit film printing. Let me just check my battery really quick. 10%. I can live with 10%. So the printer will come to life, we'll run a cleaning, and then address some software issues that I like, and which is the best one for me. Hey. Ernie's getting carried away. My internet or something is stuck here. Okay, the Battle of the Rips. You ready to do this, everybody? This may be one of the first on YouTube or TikTok to battle 3 of the Rips. We all know that our favorite raster image protocol software is going to be somewhere between CADLink, Flexi, Fiery, Wasatch, White Rip. The one I used to have on my Epson F2100, Kothari, but I don't know if Kothari is doing DTF for these units anymore. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to look for a spoon. Hold on. My favorite one to me right now, unfortunately, is a fucking subscription-based software. I'm so tired of these subscription-based softwares. But when DTF came out, some of us figured out a way to get us, right? Because a lot of us had the Wasatch disk. And they said, no, dude, you're going subscription-based. We had the Flexi disk. We're moving you to subscription-based. The struggle one man goes through to find a spoon. I'm like, I'd really like a cup of coffee, and I don't have a spoon anywhere. We're tired. We done printed so much. I still have to print. Today, twice, I lost every color in that machine. Just boom, went to nozzle check it. Oh my God. So let's send off a cleaning. I forgot, I'm sorry. I'm defying logic here. That's my board, right? You guys like that? Would you like to be able to focus that? Like me, I know where everything's at. I can be like, Digital Factory 11's right there. All my different Flexis are right here. 22, Titan, Flexi hand run. This one here is Flexi S8600. A lot of software out there that I know what's on there. Okay, so let's check it out, right? CAD, this is me building my own profiles, so, and to build my own profiles, I use my X-Rite. What is it, not disconnected? Oh, it's right here. And then I have a professional one downstairs. Well, they're both professional. The one downstairs is a little more advanced. So I print here, take it downstairs, measure, and it comes back accurate. If it doesn't, then I go back to the X-Rite software and I start recalibrating. There's a spin. So, figuring this all out, and it's not an easy process. Now, from what I know, could I go install one at a... Now, I don't think any shops had as much fucking trouble as I have. And, I don't care if I'm swearing. That's how frustrated I am. The natural elements are kicking my ass. And a lot of people knew it. They're like, Ernest, that shop is going to be hard to DTF print in. Yeah. It is kicking my ass. And you can't regulate it unless you spend thousands of dollars and you block off this entire partition. And that's to build a wall. It's probably like $20,000. 20 grand, man, for a wall, dude. It's like, dude, I came from 530 West Street in Braintree. Ain't no way I can afford that. What are you gonna do? Like, I don't want to create any more cost. And I certainly don't ever want to print for low dollars. I mean, maybe, whatever. Printing for low dollars and contract printing is only good when you have multiple fast machines. But I don't. I do now. I have 3 4-heads. And this 2-head, I could turn into 4-head just like that. And the only danger is that turning in a 2-head into a 4-head means more problems. In the right shop, these things, they're deadly here. They're so powerful. Let's run a cleaning really quick. Because I got Hosen Soft for the 4-head printer backed up on each unit right here. Mirrored into each other. So, I'm so... Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but God damn, I got delivered out of them all, because I understand Hosen Soft. I know so much about Hosen Soft now that in the right environment, dude, forget it. Forget it. It's just, now I know. Look, here I'm printing Thundercats. All right, so check it out. Some things that I've learned in Hosen Soft that I like. A lot of you may or may not have used Hosen Soft, so you're coming from a rip like CADLink or, something with a 1-head printer. let's say that I want to enlarge or bring in this file right here. It is now set and ready to print. I'm not going to print it though because it's just a waste at this point. I've already printed it. Here's a Thundercat. But first, let's go check this. See the black and the yellow right there? The black's and the yellow. It's still there. So one more cleaning and that should come out. So a lot of people think that just because all your nozzles are there that the nozzle check is good, but it's not. You have to get a true CMYK or whatever you're printing. And the reason that you don't is because you're picking up ink on the wiper, or you know, something's happening. The ink is coagulating. So my favorite rip is like certainly Wasatch. Right now, I just like it. I like the flow of it. I'm used to it from sublimating. I'm used to Flexi from using my Eco Solvent printer. I'm used to CADLink from using my white toner printers. So I mean, out of them all, and I'm used to Acro Rip from using my 7890. I haven't printed at all out of the two, had I told you that already. I don't think my guy by cleaned the unit though. So my idea is that I get one station set up, get one person put on it, move to the second station. As I move to the second station, Tech 1 is now starting to bounce back and forth. Checking the printer, cleaning the printhead, going to dryer number 2 and dryer number 1. And he's just kind of making a circle. And I move on to third unit. I'll set unit 3 up. Unit 3 will get running, and now that rep will just kind of bounce between 2 units. 2 units printing 1 roll every 4 hours, and that's a lot of eyeballing. That's a lot of stop, nozzle check, because you're not going to print for 4 hours straight. You're going to have to clean your printer midway through, probably twice through. Which, if I'm going to print for 4 hours, I'm cleaning that printer like every 25, 30 minutes. The way that I just showed you. Going underneath, I do a pause, move it over to the left, go underneath, clean it all, send it back home, throw off a cleaning, and continue to print. So 4 hours might take me, 4.5 hours. Let's take a look at CADLink. Running on this printer. All right, so let's look at this logo that I just did, right? Features and the functions of this are pretty simple, You can add your your label number up here. Say, for instance, we wanted to name, this is very helpful in printing, but we might say this is 8675309. We'll call it Jenny's. Print your labels. I usually kick mine 0.6, 0.5 or 6. Enable the location. I want to do this on the top. And then save. I know, hold on. Now, I've got CADLink running, Flexi running, and here in just a second I'll throw off Wasatch. So I'm going to throw this plumbing logo in, and we'll go through a couple of the features. CADLink does not give me the availability, I believe, to raise or lower my resolution. So we'll open that one up, come over here, and throw the same one in. All right, so for DTF, when you're using DTF, the first thing that you have to do is go to your wand and generate a white layer. So use alpha layer. I didn't pay attention. My battery was at 1%. Okay, so we want to bring this in. Flexi, when I switch over to choose my profiles, Flexi actually lets me choose multiple. Two head, 4 channel, 2 head, 4 channel. Middle resolution or middle pass, sorry. And fine pass. So let's do on this 6 pass. Notice there is no 720 by 1800. I have no idea why they took that away. So I'm going to use middle, and I definitely want to make sure that this is reversed. Going to send that really quick. Let's see how long it takes. It's really close to that end. It's a big image. Looks like Flexi cut it off. Oh, I see. I left the label on. So the label cut the print off. Okay, let's go ahead and cancel. I can utilize some of the material on the top. Okay, that's a demonstration of Flexi that pushed the print so far over. Let's come back. Or was that Cadling? No, that's right, Flexi. So if I wanted to fix that, I would open this up. Come over here to my labels, and I would turn that off. That is about the only way I'll get it right. All right, I got to go back and reset some settings. Always make sure that our passes are at 0. And thank you to my friend Glowtronics. Let's go ahead and save it. And those are the things, is that when Hosensoft resets on you and you go to print and you're thinking everything's going to print at the right margins, and it doesn't because it resets on you, just as soon as you push print, you're like, fuck. Turn around. This printer's so fast. You can print 32 inches in a matter of seconds, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And you come back and your entire print is ruined. That's how fast it is. Now it removed what I just printed. So my entire print job list has been hacked. There's nothing in the job list. This is from CADLink. Which it might port error on me. going to open our page. Come down here to our page and mirror it. Just say, for heaven's sakes. It's CAD link. CAD link's a little slow. Hopefully I sent the right one. An unknown error. I might have to reinstall this driver because I just changed the printer. You guys want to hit? Should usually restart it. And have to reinstall CAD link. Again, because I just jumped up to the forehead unit on CAD link. I'll try this again so that I can get a good enough print. A little bit of, changing some margins. This is a very, very big print. Got to clean over here. I have so many of this part right here, but very few of that in my collection. I don't think that wrench is going to make it. That sucks. So in order to do this, I need to move my film. Or the problem is I can't move very much further because look how close I come. I mean, I may be able to move a 1/4 of an inch closer, but it's going to hit that stopper bar. You need to get that ink up because it can grab your film, cause your film to lift, then you get a strike. So this time I could print that totally perfect. And I have to do 1 back, 2 back, 3 back. That's all I did right there was 3. So I need to do 10 backs. Now, here's something that you think about, right? What about the differences of dryers? Because somebody sent me a message earlier, hey Ernest, which dryer do I like? The upright dryer or the flatbed dryer? And I really had to think about it. And I said, I like the flatbed dryer because I can do cut sheets. And the upright dryer is for production. So, you know, when I get into printing long rolls, 3 hours on a roll, I want to use this machine here. I could use them both. In my opinion, they're both good dryers. But because of the cut sheet function and the front loader of this machine here, I give the star to the flatbed dryer because it has the power to follow the forehead printer, create a roll system. It's actually easier to feed film in, such as this, once you're aligned. Let me bring it over here, see what battery I got. 4%. So I got 4% to show you this. All right, so a lot of you know that the drying process is tricky. First off, have nothing hanging around your neck. But this machine allows you to use a front end to just feed your transfer through. Pick it up, hook it onto the fan. Alright. So as you can see, one person can do that. Okay? You're now ready to print 150 12-inch transfers per hour because that thing hauls ass. Over here, it is a very complicated process to get this sheet here, and I need to get my battery. Hold on. Okay, so it is a very complicated process to hook that film up to that dryer. And the reason is you need a staple. You have to staple the ends. Let me just see my power here, 3%. I'll wait till 5 or 6, but it's just not meant to feed material through as easy as a flatbed. So everybody here, they don't like the upright dryers. I like the upright dryers because of how they cure, and they do take up space. But again, I can do cut sheets on it. I just have to know that 22 by 36 is my maximum cut sheet. I can live with that. Let's load Wasatch. Turn you around for a moment because some of my data is showing. So here we go.